Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday. I really appreciate you guys. You probably had classes, virtual classes all day, and now you're hopping online with us to learn about Huntsville. And I really appreciate you all taking your time to come and learn with us today. We're thrilled to see you virtually. So my name is Caitlin Sides Baker, and I work for the Huntsville-Madison County Chamber here in Huntsville, Alabama. And some of you probably know that it's called the Rocket City. And one of the things that I do with my job, I'm the workforce recruitment director, and it is my job to get you talented students to Huntsville to fill all of the jobs that we have. So that's my job, and I graduated college a few years ago, so I can totally relate to any type of, challenges you're trying to face and getting connected with employers and things like that. I am here to help, and these employers are here to talk to you today about their positions and whether that's internships, entry-level, full-time positions, things like that. And we're going to first start off with me giving you 10 reasons, I almost said 15, 10 reasons why you should move to Huntsville. Who knows? Sean probably has some new ones. He just moved here. But yeah, so we're going to talk about 10 reasons why you should consider moving to Huntsville. And then we're going to go into the company pitches, and you'll get to hear today from 15 hiring employers. So we're excited to get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Can I get a thumbs up from some of you if you can see my screen? I just want to make sure. Thank you. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and show this. So 10 reasons why you should consider Huntsville. And as a student, you can apply anywhere. And I'm going to talk to you about why you should consider Huntsville after you graduate. Okay, so first, our arts and entertainment scene. It has changed so much in just a few years that I've lived here in Huntsville. I moved here 6 years ago after I graduated college, and it's absolutely amazing. So we have a huge new music venue here called the Mars Music Hall. I mean, we're in the Rocket City. Of course, it's called the Mars Music Hall. And we have a new amphitheater going up that's going to be hosting 8,500 people. So different music venues and things like that are popping up all around town. Our city actually has a music board that is dedicated to focusing on creating a vibrant music scene here in Huntsville. It's pretty awesome. Not all cities have that type of devotion to the music industry. You'll see on there too, Arts Huntsville. They are a organization here that does a lot with the arts as far as a huge panoply festival. They do a huge art festival where they bring in hundreds of artists all across the nation. It's a weekend festival, live music. It's a Huntsville signature event for sure. You'll also see on there Low Mill. So this is the largest privately owned arts facility in the Southeast. And there's around 200 different artists and makers in there. It is the perfect place to go on a Saturday and just get lost and walk around. These artists in there make all kinds of cool, different, quirky things. There's one guy that takes cigar boxes and makes them into banjos. I mean, everything. And you could just explore and get lost in there on Saturday. It's a lot of fun. And then you also see on there our Broadway Theater League. So they bring in the great theater acts that we have. So whether it's Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast or The Sound of Music or whatever that may look like, they're bringing that here in our Mark C. Smith Concert Hall. I promise you there's not a bad seat in the house. It's a great venue. You also see on there our Huntsville Symphony Orchestra. Y'all, I know some of y'all are some major Star Wars fans. Some of you are probably Game of Thrones fans, and they do like signature theme nights, like even like gaming nights, a lot of different games and TV show nights. People dress up and go to the orchestra. It's a lot of fun. So when you're thinking about, a city you want to move to that offers a lot of different fun things when it comes to music, art, entertainment, we have that for you. Next, I want to talk to you about our great outdoors. So this is something that really sets Huntsville apart. So our downtown area is 5 minutes away from Montesano Mountain, which has around 20 different hiking trails. And there's not many downtown areas where you can say, I can get home from work and be up on a mountain hiking within 5 minutes. That's pretty awesome. You'll also see on there the Land Trust of North Alabama. So they have 70 miles of public walking and hiking trails within our city limits. So at any point in Huntsville, wherever you're located, you're probably no more than 10 minutes away from accessing a free public trail. We also get some national rankings for our bicycling paths and different things like that. Our downtown area is always adding bicycling paths to their different new streets and things like that downtown. And if you're also into water sports, we have 2 lakes that are less than an hour away, Gunnersville Lake and Smith Lake. So whatever you're looking for with, outdoors and having access to things like that, we have that for you. So now we're going to talk about Cummings Research Park and why this is a big deal for Huntsville. So CRP is the second largest research park in the world. I mean, in the research park in the US, sorry, fourth largest in the world. So it is a huge deal to have a park designated to 300 companies. There's also UAH, which is the University of Alabama in Huntsville, that's also located within the park. So as you can see on there, the park employs, around 26,000 employees, and then also over 12,000 students. So people are going to the park every day. Obviously, normally COVID, so a lot of people are still working from home, but normally there's a lot going on in the park. They also do a lot of different events, whether it's YP focused or food trucks or things like that. And so having CRP there, and also a lot of these companies support different federal agencies that are on Redstone Arsenal, which I'll get to here shortly. And so this is a big deal, and this sets us apart. So when you do have big tech companies looking to add a new headquarters, add a new location, they're looking at us because of this and having our access to Redstone Arsenal and having just this big tech park located here in the heart of our city. Next, let's talk about NASA. So NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center is here in Huntsville. It's located on the Redstone Arsenal. It was actually founded in 1960, and they currently employ, I think it is over 2,000 employees there at the center there, and they actually manage $2.8 billion in budget. And as you can see some of the pictures here, they are working on SLS, the mission to Mars, all the different things. I actually have a friend who will send me Snapchats sometimes of him at his job. He actually works in the payload comms area at the NASA Marshall Space Flight Center. He talks to the astronauts on the space station. How cool is that? He is here in Huntsville and talks to them every day when he gets to go to work. Y'all, that's pretty cool that we have this located here. And obviously, this is also why we're called the Rocket City, right? Having this here, a lot of the history goes back to, the science behind the first, the mission to the moon and everything that was started here. So we love having this in our own backyard. I actually even shared on our ASmartPlace social media pages today about just the economic impact it has on a national level and then even on a local level. Then let's actually talk about the Redstone Arsenal. So this is located here in Huntsville, and you'll actually hear from the FBI later today. But the FBI, they're bringing thousands of jobs here. They're building this huge complex on base to house all these new employees. There's also a 4-star commanding general on the base. We're also ranked nationally for a top U.S. city for defense work. And it also houses 100 different federal agencies. And one thing that's cool about the Arsenal is that, I'm sitting at work right now. Sometimes I'm working at my house, and you'll feel the building shake or something like that, right? Because they are testing explosives and other really cool, crazy things out on the Arsenal every day. And they actually post a schedule online so people know, like, hey, is this normal that it's making all the sound today? So, I mean, how cool is that? That that's major cutting edge technology and testing is happening every day here in Huntsville. And then also what's great about the Arsenal is they have around 40,000 employees go on and off base, normally, not during COVID, but normally they have 40,000 employees go on and off base every day for work. And that number is actually expected to grow by 10,000 employees over the next few years. So when you're thinking about somewhere to move with job security and opportunities, Huntsville's it. Now I want to talk to you about what others say and why this is important. So you'll see on here, we're 4th in the nation for career opportunities. We're 3rd for best city in the country for high-tech jobs. Number 1 for engineers. I know a lot of you that registered today for this are engineer majors. And that we are 11th in the nation for best places to live. We actually also just got a recent ranking by Smart Asset that we are number 2 in the nation for career opportunities during COVID-19. So that also speaks to our strong local economy. And why this is a big deal is because, guys, they're comparing all of our city metrics and cost of living and things like that against all the other cities in the U.S., in the entire country. So when we do get 4th or 3rd or 11th or 1st, that's a big deal. And, looking at those rankings, it's a lot of recognition for our city and all the hard work that's gone in to make it the city that it is today. So let's talk about some fun stuff. Okay, so the employers are going to talk to you about jobs and all the awesome career opportunities that are here. And I'm obviously talking to you about what is it going to look like for you to live here? Why do you want to move here? And let's talk about some festivals, fun, and games. So you'll see this cute guy right here. His name is Sprocket. And so he is the mascot for the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Y'all, they are completely sold out of season passes. There's still tickets you can still get, but for season passes, they're already sold out. They didn't even have a season this year and they're sold out, okay? So come 2021, Huntsville is ready for the Rocket City Trash Pandas. That's going to be our minor league baseball team. A brand new stadium. There's going to be a Margaritaville with a floating pool or something next to it. It's insane. It's going to be so much fun. So that's something you can definitely go spend a Thursday night, Saturday, enjoy a baseball game. You'll also see the Huntsville Havoc. This is our minor league hockey team. And I'm from a small Alabama city. So when I moved to Huntsville, I didn't really understand the whole hockey thing. Went to a game. Boy, did I learn. Huntsville Havoc is a thing here in Huntsville. The hockey team is just a thing. Everybody shows up in their jerseys. There's kids. There's the mascots. It's a thing to go to the Havoc game here, and it's a lot of fun. You also see on here, so Mid-City, and then City Center at Big Spring Park, Stovehouse, Campus 805. All of these are developments that are around town that have a lot of fun entertainment options, restaurants, breweries, different things like that. And also, we have a lot of different festivals here. So I know we have the barbecue festival, we have a wine festival, we have a beer festival. I mentioned the arts festival that we have earlier. And I know there's more that I'm forgetting right now. So when you're thinking of things to do on the weekend and things like that, we have all of those opportunities for you. So let's talk about our strong economy. Okay, so we've actually added over 700 jobs, new jobs to our city this year. You'll see on there the thousands of jobs that we've added over the past 2 years as well. And why it's a big deal for you to realize our growth and continued growth is, like I stated, a few minutes ago, this is, when you think of career opportunity and a strong economy, you want to go somewhere where you're always going to have that opportunity and the economy is always going to be strong. So even during COVID, our unemployment rate here, I think, is 4.3%, and in the state, it's 8.5. So Huntsville has a significantly lower unemployment rate than the state right now because of our strong local economy. We actually partnered with Deloitte last year and did a study with them to talk to our employers and about what does our job growth look like over the next few years. And we're expected to have 25,000 new jobs in our area over the next few years. And that's huge. So when you think of career opportunity, we have a lot of different careers here and opportunities. So let's talk about our quality of life. Cost of living. I'm sure some of you know because you've had high school jobs or you have jobs now while you're in college. Uncle Sam takes a big chunk of your paycheck. So when it comes to cost of living and why that's important, it's because then you can do a lot more fun things with your paycheck. You can go to the Rocket City Trash Pandas. You can afford a nice loft downtown. You can, go to trips, whatever you want to do with that money. Cost of living here is very affordable. We actually get a lot of different national rankings on that as well. You'll also see our commute time. Our average commute time is 20 minutes. So think, if you live downtown and worked in Cummings Research Park or on the Arsenal, you could be home, change clothes, and up on the mountain hiking at Montesano all within 30 minutes. That's a lot you can do with your time. Okay, so we also talk about our community diversity. So over half of our residents here in Huntsville are not from Huntsville. So we'll hear from some people later today too, that some of them will say they're Huntsville natives, which is actually, I feel like, more rare to come across now than people who relocate here. So me and my husband both, we are not from Huntsville, and we're here and we love it and we're never leaving. And then also our downtown walkability. There's an organization called Downtown Huntsville Inc. that has done amazing things for the downtown area with revitalization efforts, new lofts, new restaurants, new things to do. So our downtown area is also really booming and growing right now. And then I promise this is my last reason, is that we are full of smart people. We literally have the smartest people. You go to a restaurant, and I know I've given this example before, where you'll have somebody over here talking about the SLS work they're doing with the mission to Mars, and you have somebody over here who's talking about the genome work they're doing at Hudson Alpha, and you have somebody over here who's doing cyber work for the FBI, and it's just absolutely amazing. You listen to these conversations, and you're like, holy cow, I'm literally surrounded by people who work on cutting edge things every day that are affecting our nation and even the world. So you'll see just some famous people on here, the co-founder of Wikipedia. There's some, sports stars, some actors on there. And Huntsville is just a really special place. And some of these employers, a previous event we did, they spoke to that too. They're like, Huntsville's really special. So with that, I want to just give you guys 10 reasons. Really, I feel like I could give you like at least 55, but we're going to keep it to 10 today. So now I'm going to start with the company pitches and let you guys hear from them and these awesome companies. So first, we're going to start with Alita Technologies. You know what? I actually forgot. They are actually unable to join us today, but all students, you will be emailed a company info sheet after this with all of the company's information on there. And their contact information from who you hear from. So you'll get to contact them later if you're interested. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to AMCOM. Billy, are you still there?
Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. My name is Billy Molnix. I work at U.S. Army Aviation Missile Command, AMCOM. I work at Redstone Arsenal. A little bit about myself. So I born and raised out of Nashville, Tennessee. I'm one of those people that actually migrated to actually Huntsville. My story comes from where I joined the Army straight out of high school and served 10 years proudly into the United States Army. Did a couple tours to Iraq, was stationed up at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, not too far from some of you people that are from Ohio. Anyways, and I migrated here in Huntsville in 2010. A little bit on why I like Huntsville. So there's a lot of different reasons. So one, I'm a gym buff. I get up early in the morning at like 1:32 in the morning, and I go to the gym 6 days a week. So with that being said, there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of gyms, just numerous of gyms, numerous of recreation activities. That we have a leagues called Go Kickball, which I play in with the Bearded Warrior group. Let me see. We have a softball and a baseball rec league. We have a basketball rec league. Just a lot of different events for you to play in, recreational, stay in shape, stay fit. And also cost of living. So that was something else. Being a military person, moving from the Nashville area to Huntsville. Nashville is like super outgrowing its limits there. I will tell you that rental for just a regular 2-bedroom apartment in Nashville costs you $2,500 a month. Here, it's a lot cheaper than that. Groceries is cheaper. And I just wrote down too, gas is about 20 cents cheaper. If you drive to Nashville and compare it to parts of Huntsville, gas is about 20 cents cheaper. Can you believe that? With that being said, our positions at Redstone, so we service a lot of positions, a lot of Army aviation. We do a lot of missile, creating missiles. Let me see, what else? Engineers. So we hire all sorts of engineers. So currently right now, I know of a manager that will soon, in the next couple weeks. So you guys want to have my contact info. Next couple of weeks, we'll have a chemical engineer, an environmental engineer, and physical scientist positions. Numerous of them will be coming out for our location. Currently, right now, I'm looking for an accountant and a budget analyst. The accountant is in a trainee, a developmental role, which is really good for you to get your foot in the government, into the government world and work your way in. That's what I did. So as I served in the Army for 10 years, I was an NCO, I was a leader over soldiers, but to get my feet in the door and basically get my feet wet, I started out at a very low grade as a GS5, and I worked my way all the way up now as a lead within human resources there within AMCOM. With that being said, it's allowed just numerous of opportunities for me. One, right at the time that COVID was about to break open, I was actually in Washington, D.C. So I got to go to numerous job fairs. Like when I was mentioning Washington, D.C., I was actually at a job fair in Washington, D.C. for 3 days. It was really awesome. The opportunities at Redstone Arsenal, it allows you full benefits, health insurance, life insurance, dental, vision, retirement, TSP, 401k. It's just a lot of different things. And it also gives you a lot more avenues to be able to do things with your family, because basically you're working 5/8. You could choose to work different work hours, but 5/8, that's it. You're off every weekend, and basically you can enjoy time with your friends, your family, and go out and explore what Huntsville's all about. Again, my name is Billy Molnix, and I work at AMCOM, and I hope to hear from each of you.
Good deal. Thank you so much, Billy. Okay, next we have Booz Allen Hamilton, and that is going to be Emily Jones.
All right, I think I'm unmuted now. So hi guys, my name is Emily Jones. I work for Booz Allen Hamilton. We are a global company, but obviously we have a presence here in Huntsville, have about 200 staff right now, and expecting to grow a lot in the next coming months. So a little bit about me. I am a native of the Huntsville-ish area. I grew up about an hour outside of Huntsville in the middle of nowhere. So growing up, Huntsville was the big city to me, and I have loved it since I was a kid and continue to love it till this day. Currently live in the Madison area and to Caitlin's point, there are 1,000 reasons as to why you should come to Huntsville. And for us at Booz Allen, a big piece of that is the technology that Huntsville develops on a day-to-day basis. And that's really kind of the root of what Booz Allen does. You can Google it. Hopefully you'll find it fairly easily. We're building out an innovation center here in Huntsville at an area called Stovehouse, which is an old stove manufacturing facility that's been renovated. It's wicked cool. I wish I could live down there. The space is awesome. So definitely Google it and check it out. And you can see we did a recent groundbreaking event, so you can get a little sneak peek as to what the space looks like. But Booz Allen does a lot of really cool things. We're a very innovative, focused company, always developing new technologies, new products. As Billy mentioned, we support the AMCOM area that he talked about, a lot around aviation and missiles. We also have support over at the FBI doing very hardcore engineering stuff that my brain just does not process because I'm a business person. But we're all over the place. In the coming months, we're really looking to hire a lot more engineers, cyber people, MI, AI, ML capabilities. I think those software developers, sorry. So those are the big focuses for us in the coming months, what we're really looking for in kind of graduates. We're looking to hire people as full-time in full-time positions, but we also will have internships that open up around January, and then the positions actually start in June. And they're full-time positions. They're a real hardcore development, if you will, type positions. So we will give you a real world challenge that is based on some challenge that our client is seeing and ask you to come up with a solution. And you get some experience. I mean, you get some oversight. You've got people you can lean on, but it's basically just see what you can come up with. And it's amazing the stuff that our teams have developed over the past couple of years. So why Booz Allen? We're a great company. We're a global company. You can move all over the country or the world and still stay employed with Booz Allen. So I actually started with Booz Allen in Hawaii about 11 years ago, and then I moved home and stayed with Booz Allen. So it's a very mobile company. Depending upon what your career aspirations are, we support you. We also have really great benefits, and we have something that we call Flex Ed, or tuition assistance funding, that we give you. Depending upon how long you're with Booz Allen, you get more or less, but the money can be used for continuing education or certifications. So I have a couple of colleagues that are on the line as well. One of them is going to Auburn to get his executive MBA, and the other one is working on her PMP, all covered under the same Flex Ed benefit. So I will wrap up because I think I went over my 2 minutes there. But come by, talk to us. I've got Kristen Wellman on the line, and at some point, if Micah is not on the line, Micah DeYoung will join us too. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much, Emily. Okay, next we have CFD Research.
Sorry, it took me a second to get unmuted. Hi, my name is Allison Boyd, and I work with CFD Research and Human Resources. So a little bit about CFD Research. We are located in Research Park, and we're headquartered in Huntsville. The Research Park is the park that Caitlin was mentioning earlier. We're actually located on the campus of Hudson Alpha, if any of you are familiar with that. So being in Huntsville, I'm actually from Huntsville, and Caitlin mentioned earlier that just the general diversity that Huntsville has, and our company is no different. Right now, we're currently we're considered a small company. We have 150 employees, roughly, and we just have an extremely diverse workforce, mostly because of the diverse work that we are doing. So we are a government contractor, which I think most of the people on this call are as well. And as kind of our name suggests, we do computational fluid dynamics, and that was what we really are founded on. But in addition to aerospace industry, we're also in a whole lot of others, including life sciences. We have medical devices, energy and materials, and we also do some test and evaluation. So we're just overall really diverse in terms of people, in terms of work. And we're really, at our core, a research and development firm through all of those industries that I mentioned. But really our, I guess, end goal is to transfer those technologies that we research and develop into possibly a commercial product that, the general public can use. And that's one of the really exciting things that we do. Off the top of my head, I know we're developing something where there's an app that helps with the physical therapy, which that's interesting. I'm not sure how that works, but so in terms of working at CFD Research, I've actually been here for 2 years, and in addition to us being diverse, and this is going to sound super cliche because I think every company would say this, but we truly are really family oriented. Because of COVID, we haven't had as many events as I know everyone would have liked, but I'm happy to say that at the end of October, we're going to start trying to have our family fall picnic that we normally have. I'm so excited for that. I'm just excited to see people. As you can tell, I'm working from home, but we're slowly kind of getting back into the office. And as I mentioned, I am from Huntsville, so if any of you have any specific questions about Huntsville, I can answer those. The positions that we have open, we are going to consider new graduates, but we also have summer internships. Those do not open until January or February, but if you want to contact me and send me over your resume, I can definitely save it until those open, and then I can review it once we open them. With that, thank you, Caitlin. I agree with everything you said about Huntsville. And like I said, if you have any questions for me, just reach out.
Good deal. Thank you so much. And like Allison said, guys, this is a great opportunity. If there's a full-time position that opens, in the spring, or an internship or whatever that may look like, go ahead and connect with these recruiters. That's what they're here for today. Okay, next we're going to hear from Davidson.
Hey everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Steve Kearse. I'm the talent acquisition specialist for Davidson, and I'm actually calling you from Colorado Springs. But I've had a history with Huntsville and Madison, my wife and I both, for over 23 years. We just recently moved to Colorado Springs to actually help build our business here in the Springs. But I do want to tell you a little bit about Huntsville. Huntsville is an incredible place. My wife and I, when I was a former professional golfer, moved up there. It could have been a little closer to be able to travel. And my wife and I moved there when we were young. As a matter of fact, our very first year of our marriage. And we got involved in different accolades. Both of us were coaches too, as well we were doing our real jobs. My wife was a varsity coach at a local high school in Madison. I was also a golf coach there too, as well. My daughter went to Bob Jones High School, graduated from there, played volleyball and soccer, and my other one went to Madison Academy. The schools there are phenomenal. If you do have children, I encourage you to look at the North Alabama schools. They're actually the highest rated in the North Alabama, or actually in the state, I believe. Some of the best schools are rated there. And then when it comes to the companies, you can't go wrong with any of these companies. I congratulate each of these companies and their success. They're just phenomenal in what they do. And with Davidson is a 25-year-old government contracting company. We're going to be celebrating 25 years this coming January. We're super excited about that. We also have a new brand, as you can see, our new logo right there. I can't show it. Our new logo with Davidson. We're rebranding ourselves. you'll see Davidson a lot in Huntsville, Alabama, and Madison. The word Davidson, that's actually coming from the Davidson family. Mr. and Mrs. Davidson have really contributed and helped the city in so many ways, from the library to the museum, the Space and Rocket Center. When you see the big rocket that's in that building, it says Davidson across. And so they really take pride in really taking care of the city and doing things not only to help the city with internally, but also to help obviously those people who want to become a part of the city and as well as the town. So we came from a missile defense side of the world when we first started. Mr. Davidson actually started it, and then when he passed away, Miss Davidson took over, and she is now the obviously the owner, so a woman-owned company, which allows us to do some amazing things when it comes to benefits by giving you free health care. That's kind of nice, right? Or maybe 80% of education if you want higher education, or even free certifications, or security clearance that we can get to you. We have our own security team. And then when it comes to, most, like you said, all of our companies would probably say, and I would agree with every one of them, that we are a family. We do a lot of things together, a lot of events, and now even more than ever, of course, with the virus, it's kind of stumbled, kind of hold us in a tight level. But when it does open up, which I believe it will, there's so many opportunities that we do, from going to games together, picnics, we have parties, we do things together in family, we help each other out, we're a team player in every aspect of everything that we do. And so with that said, we've also got many opportunities. You just go to davidson-tech.com, www.davidson-tech.com, and you can go and hit career and go to Huntsville. And that will have all of our job requirements. I think I'm looking right now. We've got about, 40 right now that are open, available, from junior levels to senior levels to internships, from system engineers to software engineers. I'm looking. We have aerospace engineers, from database. We even have some logistics side of the world too. So we're in all gamuts of the world when it comes to defense. I'd encourage you to look at our company. And like I said, you can reach out to me anytime. I'm available. I'm online too as well. And then I think Chrissy's there too. You can wave, Chrissy. She's one of our teammates right there. So we have a great team that can support you and help you in any way you can. Thank you.
Good deal. Thank you so much. Okay, next we have the FBI. Sean?
There we go. One of the things that most people are coming familiar with is the mute button as we are navigating this COVID situation. So thanks, Caitlin. Hello, everyone. My name is Sean Robinson. I'm an IT project manager for our cybersecurity section. I've been with the Bureau for over 30 years. And in case you didn't know, the FBI is the #1 law enforcement agency and most respected agency by all of our counterparts around the world. So the FBI's IT branch is moving to Huntsville. We are taking up residence on the 38,000 acres of Redstone Arsenal. We are actually under construction at this moment as we are building the most advanced high-tech campus dedicated and providing innovative, cutting-edge, and emerging technology to support our mission, which is to protect the American people and uphold the Constitution of the United States. We are looking for the next generation of all-stars, of technologists with innovative ideas, fresh perspectives, people who want to push us to new solutions and have a passion to serve and protect our community. We know that there are many people who are seeking to breach our networks to gain access to our systems and capture data that could have a direct impact on our national security. Social media deception is all around us, online predators seeking to bring harm to our children, and ransomware that will take down vital systems, and disruptions and sometimes disabling the work of hospitals or 911 centers and things like that around the country. And so we are looking for just new talent, those with fresh ideas. Even during this COVID-19 situation, we had to shift real quickly. And so we had to up our game in technology. We had to level up, is what I always call them. And in leveling up, there's a lot of risk that takes place. And so, we also need to really throw in and invest in new people and, again, fresh ideas so that we can ensure that we combat everything that we want to keep from harming us, including our country. And so those are just a few examples of the real challenges and innovative problems that our IT technologists and departments are working on every day. Again, we are seeking network engineers, those experienced in performing and driving architect designs and integration and engineering for complex network solutions. We're also looking for cybersecurity specialists to provide end-to-end technical services for our application and data that aids our investigators. We are also looking for big data technologists, those that develop. We're also looking for management program analysts. We are looking for people who are into logistics, accounting, and we have a huge line of specific positions, and they are all here in Huntsville. We are encouraging everyone to consider working for the FBI. And I know you probably say, well, why would I want to work for the FBI, right? Like, it's a law enforcement agency. But we do so much more than just investigate. We have to protect and help our investigators. We have to come up with new technology. We have to come up with ways to protect our networks and things like that. And so we also are very family oriented. Our culture is once people join, it's very rare that they leave. So teamwork, and we're into collaboration. We're very mission driven. People love the missions around cybersecurity, crimes against children, hostage rescues, and even white collar crimes. And that's just a few of some of the areas that many of us work in. We are into developing coaching. We are dedicated to mentoring our next leaders. And we are the boundaries, we are considering and looking at moving through the boundaries of technology to help make us a better agency and to provide our protection. Some of the benefits of working for the FBI is, one, you get to say you work for the FBI, which is awesome, right? We're a world-class law enforcement agency striving to make a difference in the world. It is the coolest place. I've, again, been 30 years, and it's been a very rewarding and refreshing career. Even today, I'm still excited about working for the FBI. We have great health and retirement benefits. There's job security. There's outreach programs to help give back to our kids. There's tuition repayment programs. There are ways that we can further your higher education if you decide that you want to go back to school. There's programs that will help pay that directly to the school where you don't have to come out of your pocket for anything. Not a repayment loan program, even though we have that, but a program that would actually dedicate and allot funding to your education. There's opportunities to travel around the world to assist and support our efforts. We have about 56 field offices and over 60 international offices and posts around the world. I come from one of those international environments where I supported our IT infrastructure and all of our overseas outposts, which is housed in many of the embassies. And I used to travel regularly to these sites to manage and to enhance technology. So it's very challenging, very exciting, and very rewarding. Our goal is simple. It's to stay ahead of the threat by safeguarding the pipelines and software and data. Again, before today, my normal pitch would be, hey, I'm transitioning to Huntsville. But today, as of Saturday, I'm actually a resident of Huntsville. And so, Caitlin, every time you have given your pitch presentation, I would jot something down. So now everything that I've jotted down, I get to now go do. So I'm really excited about that. The transition was really, really good. It was smooth. Everyone so far has been so warm and welcoming. I've been able to get to everything that I need. I feel, I was sharing with my family today that there is nothing that I don't have from the big city. I'm from the DC area. So everything that I used to be able to go to and have access to, I still have access to. And I'm talking about that 20-minute rule that everyone has been talking about, where you can get to everything in 20 minutes. I'm here to testify that that is true. So I'm excited about being here. And so if you are interested in an exciting IT career with the FBI and you're interested in joining us down here in Huntsville, go to www.fbijobs.gov and look into some of the IT professional jobs that we currently have out there. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. You can email me. You want to put something in the chat for Caitlin to get to me, that's fine too. You can reach me at srobinson, ROBINSON, the number 2 at FBI.gov. For any resumes or anything like that, feel free to send those to myself or Kim Stigall, which is KSTIGAL at FBI.gov. Whatever I get sent to me, I will forward on to her. She's actually the one that's leading this effort. I'm here to help and support her in any kind of way by lending my experience. Again, welcome, and I hope that you consider an IT professional job with the FBI. Thanks, Caitlin. Take care, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sean. Okay, next we have Iron Mountain Solutions. Chase.
Hey, Caitlin, thanks. I always have to follow Sean on these things, and he's good at them. Hey, guys, I am Chase King. I'm a recruiter with the Iron Mountain Solutions here in Huntsville. Had to do the for OSU. But anyway, I recruit systems engineers, software engineers. We're an aviation company, so we're hands-on with helicopters every day, which I think is really cool because I've learned more about Apaches and Chinooks than I ever really thought I would know. So it's a smaller company. We got about 275 people, which is awesome because my previous company was very large, and I've really, really enjoyed it. We've got excellent benefits, and we're growing like crazy. But yeah, just like everybody else said, I love Huntsville. I was born and raised 30 minutes from here, so it was a big city to me too. But yeah, feel free to reach out to me at chase.king at IMS or imsinc.us. So thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I know I'm getting some questions from the students too. You guys will be emailed a company info sheet that summarizes a quick overview of the company, website link, and the people who are speaking today, contact information for each company. So you will be getting that after the event. Okay, next we're gonna have Mosley Technical. Don't know. I don't think they might be on here yet. Let's go ahead and go to MTS. Monique.
Hey, Caitlin, this is actually Olivia today. Monique was, Monique.
Hello, Olivia.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you for joining us. It's your turn, you're up.
All right, so I am Olivia. I am the HR specialist at MTS here in Huntsville. MTS stands for Manufacturing Technical Solutions. We are a government contractor. Our main customer at the moment is NASA, but we do some DoD work. We employ around 185 people. That changed as of this week. We just won a new contract, so we got a few new employees that will be in processing. So our numbers are always changing, but we are a woman-owned small business. Our corporate office is here in Huntsville. If anyone is familiar with Research Park, that is where we are located. Most of our employees are at Marshall Space and Flight Center, also here in Huntsville, but we do have some additional employees in other states that are located at other space centers and Air Force bases. So something I like to talk about personally, I'm not from Huntsville, I'm from Sarasota, Florida. My family moved here when I was pretty young. So one of the reasons we moved here was the cost of living. And that is something I like to talk about. I actually graduated from college 2 years ago, and I'm married. I just had a baby. We bought a house. We bought new cars. I mean, it's just a great place to live and be able to afford to live a great lifestyle and just to start a family. Also, of course, being young, it's a great place, and any age really, it's a great place for nightlife and for, like Caitlin said, hiking and outdoors recreational type events. I just joined a biking group, so that's been really fun. It's just a really active and great community, a great place to be. But back to MTS, one of the things being in HR that I like to touch on, of course, is our great benefits that we offer that sound like they're pretty similar to the other companies that are on today. We do offer great health insurance options. We offer a primary health insurance coverage as well as a secondary that's 100% company paid. We have dental and insurance at very low rates, a 401k match or a plan with great matching options, tuition and certification reimbursement for all eligible employees. And we also participate in a lot of community outreach events. We are very involved in community walks such as the Alzheimer's Walk and the JDRF Walk. So yeah, a lot of what we're looking for at the moment, unfortunately, we do not have any internships right now, but things are always changing, and I invite you guys to check out our website, and I'm sure you're going to get the information, but it's mts-usa.com, and feel free to check out any job recs that we have posted. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, next we have new systems. I think that's going to be Anastasia.
All right, can you hear me? I think I got the audio working. Yeah, hi, I'm Anastasia. Nice to meet everybody. I just wanted to, everybody's been doing a great job so far, and like the last speaker said, a lot of this is material that you've already heard, because we're all kind of similar here in that we're all really high tech and cutting edge companies. And I wanted to tell you a couple of things about Huntsville that hasn't been mentioned yet. We also have really great opportunities for going kayaking. I just went out yesterday up the Flint River. We've got a lot of waterways around here as well, so if you're into that kind of thing. I also love hiking, so I can vouch for that. We've got great trails around here and everything. But a little bit about new systems. We also are a woman-owned company, a small high-tech company. We have about 187 employees as of today. I'm the human resources manager. A lot of the work that we do deals with the Department of Defense and working with missiles and a lot of high technology that's coming out of the military. We are constantly looking for newer talent. We have openings for junior level scientists and engineers, all different types of engineers, aerospace engineers, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers. We also do a lot of software development. We have a lot of research and development that happens in our company. And we're also really active with cybersecurity. So we're constantly looking for talent in those areas. We have positions not only here in Huntsville, where we're headquartered. We're headquartered right outside of Research Park. But we have positions in Colorado Springs. I think it was Steve mentioned that you're speaking from Colorado Springs today. Hello. We've got a lot of people out there, as well as in the DC area, and we have people in Massachusetts. So we're kind of spread out. We even have one employee in Hawaii, so we've got a lot of opportunities. With regards to internships, I'm always asked about this. I am in the process of developing a formal internship program at our company, but we have had successful internships happening with us. And so the best way to find out if you would have what we're looking for is to send your resume to jobs@newsystems.com. And we take those resumes and we keep them, and we're always looking for people with the skills on new projects that we're working on. About benefits, a lot of people have already gone into this with their companies as well, but we've got an excellent package for our employees. We also provide education and tuition reimbursement and certification reimbursement up to $10,000 a year for employees. And currently we don't have a waiting period on that. It's sort of right when you start with our company. We're going ahead and helping support your further education. We really highly believe in education. So we're continually looking for people and supporting their endeavors with that, and hoping to keep you trained up and part of our team. We're very family oriented as well. We like to do a lot of, before COVID, of course, we did a lot of activities together. There's a really great camp that's outside of Huntsville, right outside of Huntsville, that allows us to do rock climbing and horseback riding and canoeing and all sorts of things that we do a couple times a year. We do a big holiday party out at the Botanical Gardens, which is a very beautiful venue. And we also like to get together and rent a whole theater and watch Star Wars together. We did that when the last movie came out, and we get those season tickets to the Trash Pandas as well. So we provide that for our employees. So if you're interested in learning more about our company, again, we've got a lot of opportunities. I think right now our website has 36 openings, and we're expanding. We're on a growth trajectory. So there's a lot of opportunities coming up right now. Mostly they are full-time. We've got junior level all the way to senior level positions available. So check us out at newsystems.com/careers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, guys, we have a few companies left. Next, we're going to hear from People Tech. I think that's going to be Paige.
Hey everyone, my name is Paige McAllister and I'm a recruiter for People Tech here in Huntsville, Alabama. So People Tech is a 100% employee-owned company and we were founded in 2005. Our corporate location is here in Huntsville in the Cummings Research Park area. The majority of our Huntsville employees either sit at corporate, the Redstone Arsenal, or our Production Avenue location. But throughout the entire U.S., we have employees in about 18 different states. We're constantly growing and expanding the scope of our work. Our founders, our CEO, Ms. Terry Jennings, and our president, Mr. Doug Scow, decided on the name People Tech to act as a representation of our core values, which are people first, technology always. And that technology part derives from our work with the Department of Defense and the civilian federal sectors where we provide innovative solutions. So a lot of diversified engineering, software systems, machine learning development, cybersecurity, a lot of cybersecurity, software assurance, modeling and SIM, and the list goes on. The People First motto represents our culture and our work environment, and this is something that we are very, very proud of. And anything you could ever need, People Tech provides. We are all about morale and fun events here. We got AirPods for Christmas last year, and People Tech is also certified as a great place to work. Right now, we're ranked number 10 in the country as the best workplace for millennials. We even have a group for our millennials called the Next Generation Innovators. And basically, it's a platform for professional development, professional growth, community involvement, networking, building camaraderie. And we also get to give feedback to the leaders of the company on how People Tech can be better as a whole. So that's all I have. Be sure to follow People Tech on social media. Keep up to date with us. And thank you, Caitlin, for putting this together and always doing such a great job.
Thanks so much. Okay, next we have PPT Solutions. That is going to be Leanza.
Hey, Caitlin, thank you. My name is Leanza Kilmurray. I am the technical recruiter here at PPT Solutions. Just a little bit about our company. We provide software and systems engineering services for both Department of Defense and non-Department of Defense clients. We've been in business for 15 years as of last week, and that was super fun to get to celebrate virtually with our employees. But we have got locations both here in Alabama and in Virginia. We're headquartered here in Research Park. Through the years, our mission has always remained the same, which is to provide the best people, processes, and technology, ensuring all elements are working together to achieve optimum performance. So not only do we, serve our customers and our clients, but we also serve our community. PPT takes a lot of pride in being involved in local organizations such as the National Children's Advocacy Center, the American Heart Association, and several others around town. We believe that part of our job is giving back to the community around us. So when I hire for PPT, one thing that I always take into consideration is our company culture. We are big on company culture. We want you to enjoy coming to work every day and the people that you work with. We have a retention rate of 93.6% as of, I think, a month ago. And that's something that we're very, very proud of. We have fantastic benefits, including a primary and a secondary insurance for health coverage, 401k matching, tuition assistance, and on-the-spot bonuses, kind of all those fun, good things. And we, as of a couple weeks ago, are a 2020 Small Business Awards nominee for the Huntsville-Madison County Chamber of Commerce. So PPT has been recognized as one of the fastest growing small businesses in the U.S. for several years now. And like a lot of companies in town, it's like Caitlin said, it's a really good area. Huntsville has got so many opportunities, and like a lot of companies, we have been fortunate enough to not have to slow down our hiring over the last several months. We've made modifications, of course. We're onboarding people via teleconferencing and getting them started in remote settings right now, but we've got several openings, mainly software and systems engineers. We've got several of each available. There's a few degrees that I typically look for that match well for those kind of positions, which are software engineering, aerospace engineering, computer science, just really anything kind of in that realm. And to view those openings and our others, you can visit our website, which Caitlin will have in that info sheet that she sends out. And I do want to point out, because I get questions after every event, our website is pptsinc.com. There is a pptsolutions.com that is not us, and it gets confused a lot of times. So just want to make that note. But we are, I mean, I am new to the company. I've been in the company almost a year, and I'm so grateful. We're family first. It's a great environment, and I love our bosses are the best people I think I could ever work for. So thank you, Caitlin, for organizing this. I really appreciate it, and I hope everyone has a great day.
Good deal. Thank you so much. Okay, next we have 3 companies left. Next, you're going to hear from Radiance Technologies, and that is going to be Warren.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Warren. I'm actually not a recruiter. I'm an engineer. So before I get talking about all the like benefits and Huntsville and that kind of stuff, I actually wanted to share my experience as an engineer, because I had just never really even considered defense prior to coming to Radiance, and I got cold called because my resume matched up with some image processing that they needed. And they described to me the first system I would be working on, and it was this like aim cameras at aircraft to triangulate its exact position finer than they could get it through other means. I was like, that sounds kind of interesting. So I took the job, moved down to Huntsville, and just the next thing I know, I'm like building this system that they kind of just handed me the requirements and said, try it. And we get it built, and then we have actual big cameras that are as tall as I am, and we're trying them out. And then I'm in Las Vegas because it ends up being for Nellis Air Force Base outside Las Vegas. So we're doing tests all morning and then going and doing the Vegas Strip at night, and that's kind of awesome. So then the customer loved it, and someone came to me elsewhere in the company and said, we like the user interface you developed. We'd like to use it for this high energy laser program. So maybe half a year later, I'm standing in the middle of the desert on a ladder, sliding a rack of equipment into an actual like giant laser weapon that can take down drones and mortars before they hit the ground. And it turns out they operate it with an Xbox controller. So I'm actually making key bindings like it's a video game for like, all right, what button do you want to be locked on? But for a real weapon system that they're then putting real targets in the air. And I'm like coding all of this kind of on the fly. And I don't know, it was just a really powerful experience. And I never expected when I got a software engineering degree that I would get to be in that like fast of an environment, and that's been just immensely satisfying. So since then, I've started doing a lot more artificial intelligence and machine learning work, but they've been really cool about allowing me to self-direct and be part of it from like the architecting all the way out to the deployment. And so that's getting more onto the company. That's one of the features of it is we're at about 900 people right now. So that's large enough to have the infrastructure, the security, the benefits package, all of the IT, but still small enough that you get some degree of visibility. So like one feature of that is I wanted to go back to school. Well, we have Radiance University, which my girlfriend is getting her MBA. I'm getting my PhD. I started getting interested in brain-computer interface. So the next thing I know, they bought me this piece of equipment to do experiments with. I'm using it in my PhD and I'm giving a lecture on it. So there's a whole lot of investing in the people, and I've found it to just be an incredibly satisfying work experience that when I compare it against many of the other avenues I could have gone down, it just makes them feel all very pedestrian. And I don't want to sound negative, but it's been an exciting, very exciting place to work. And it was kind of the breakout opportunity of my life. So I highly encourage you to check it out. As I look through the list, it's not just software. We've got anti-tamper for you hacker types. We've got some program analyst positions. We've got a mechanical open and a number of software jobs. So there's a good variety of fields we're looking for. As for the actual work environment, benefits, it is employee owned. So that's their stock, but the only people that own stock are the employees' retirement accounts. So that creates kind of a cool culture that incentivizes us to keep employees happy. About half the company goes to a resort once a year for our annual business meeting, which we do some business, but it's also kind of a big party. And you get to know all of the people you telework with, and that's satisfying. I've spoken at conferences, we've demoed to senators. It's just a really unusually opportunistic place to be. And Huntsville itself has been excellent. I live downtown. Actually, I lived at one of the buildings in Caitlin's initial slide deck. I'm watching them build a parking garage outside of my window right now. That's growing very rapidly. I could just walk to the coffee shop, even in COVID, put a mask on to the cigar lounge, which I enjoy every once in a while. I know my friend who lives downtown loves that he can just bike from his apartment up onto the mountain. He's an avid mountain biker. There's a very active stand-up comedy scene that I did not expect when I got here. I did a lot of that back at UT in Knoxville, and it turns out they network with Atlanta, and so there's a decent amount of pretty high-ranked comedians that come through town. So all in all, it's an exciting place to be. And finally, I want to end, because they'd kill me if I wouldn't, that the benefits package, the 401k, it's not even a matching scheme. It's a straight up payout. Last year, it was something like 10% to 401k with an additional 5 in stock. It's ridiculously good. So I highly recommend Radiance Technologies. It's been really good to me. I've gotten now 3 of my friends to work there too. Check us out, radiancetech.com. Thank you.
Good deal. Thank you so much. Okay, next we have SimTech.
Hi, everybody. I'm Emily Groves. I'm a recruiter here at SimTech. Well, I'm actually working from home as like a lot of people are, but I just want to tell you a little bit about SimTech, and I second everything that Caitlin has said about Huntsville. I'm not from here, but I've lived here about 20 years, and I love it. SimTech is located in Huntsville, Alabama. We were founded here, and we currently just have locations here in Huntsville. Our office is in Research Park, the Cummings Research Park that she talked about, so close to the Space and Rocket Center and Redstone Arsenal. We're a small company. We have about 190 employees who all work here in Huntsville, and most of our employees who work on a government contract work on Redstone Arsenal. So that's very close. We've been in business for 37 years. We were founded by a group of really smart scientists and engineers, and several of them are still with the company. And actually one of them is our CEO, and she is in the corporate office. I get to see her on a daily basis when it's not COVID time. So it's a really cool atmosphere, and I'll talk more about that in a second. Also, so we are a government contractor. We work on high-tech defense contracts, a lot of engineering, technical solutions, and we support the Army and others. Some of the things that we do are like modeling and simulation, radar simulations, cybersecurity, systems engineering, and more. A lot of the things that a lot of the other companies have talked about on here today too, so very high tech. Some of the majors that we look for are similar to what you've heard, engineering, math, science, physics, computer science, things like that are what we look for. And we do have some openings out there right now. Internships will come up later, usually in January or later than that. So I would encourage everyone to check back then. Then also feel free to reach out to me with the information that Caitlin provides, and I will hang on to your resume if you're looking for an internship or an entry level until we have something come up for that. Also, just real quick about our company culture. So we are very excited. We were just recently named in the best places to work in Huntsville as a bronze winner. We were honored by that, and that's a very exciting award to win that was voted on by our employees. Like I said, we are a small company, so we do a lot of family type things. Pre-COVID, we always did a big Christmas party and went bowling together, company picnics and things like that. Now we're having to switch all that to virtual, and we've done some virtual drive-through events. We're having Chick-fil-A breakfast later this week, and we've done a virtual lunch. Today we actually had a virtual happy hour and trivia game online, so trying to do some things like that. We also have great benefits, just like a lot of others have talked about. I think we have one of the best 401k plans around that I've ever heard of. We have a contribution and not a matching, so it's above what you put in. It's a very generous contribution to your 401k, along with tuition assistance and things like that. So I'd be happy to answer any questions. Reach out to me with the information from Caitlin, and thanks.
Thank you so much. I actually realized I skipped over somebody. We're going in alphabetical order here. So I'm going to jump back to Jacob, and then we have one other company serious to talk to as well. So Jacob, Space Exploration Group. Taylor, it is your turn.
Hi, thank you. Well, thank you all for, listening virtually today. So I'm actually going to be representing two different groups. So both under Jacobs, but the groups I'm actually going to be representing is the group I specifically support, which is Jacobs Space Exploration Group, and then also another group that we work closely with that has positions in Huntsville, which is the Jacobs Missile and Defense Agency Group. So the Missile and Defense Agency Group at Jacobs, so Jacobs is the primary contractor for the Missile Defense Agency Integrated Research and Development for Enterprise Solutions, the IRES contract. So what they do is they provide integrated solutions to support the concurrent tests, training, and operations of our nation's missile defense systems. So their link to their website will be located on the page that Caitlin will send out. Some of the positions they're hiring are data analytics, IT, cybersecurity, systems engineering, and finance, and then they're located at Redstone. And then the group that I specifically support is Jacobs Space Exploration Group. So we are located at Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville. So we have been a part of working with NASA for over 70 years. We are actually NASA's largest engineering contract group at NASA. So we have contributed to helping solve the complex challenges within human spaceflight. It's a really exciting time to work for NASA with the mission to the moon, the mission to Mars. Overall, just a really exciting time. I have worked for Jacobs for a little while now, and I cannot say enough great things about Jacobs. So if you are interested in learning more, our internship program for the Jacobs Space Exploration Group will be dropping in November, and then most of our postgraduate positions are going to be in, I would say, around the end of January. And so for these positions, you must be a U.S. citizen, and then also for degrees we usually look for is going to be aerospace engineering, mechanical, and chemical. So it's really engineering type positions. But I appreciate you guys listening, and I look forward to connecting with you all in the future.
Thank you so much. Okay, and the last company to speak today is going to be Sirius Technical.
Hey everyone, I'm Alicia Davis. I'm a technical recruiter here at Sirius Technical Services. And Sirius Technical Services is a woman-owned workforce solutions company. We actually staff for several different technical opportunities along and throughout the United States. To list a few of positions that we have hired for in the past would be chemical engineers, process engineers, mechanical engineers, scientists, chemists, and lab techs. We don't currently have any immediate opportunities open in Huntsville, but that could change tomorrow as we're always having different orders come in. We actually staff for anywhere from chemical plants, refineries, to engineering firms, to other manufacturing sites. Our employees, we are offered benefits. They are offered holiday pay as well as PTO is accrued. So if you would, you'll get my information from Kaylin, and if you will, just send us a resume. That way we can get you added to our database, and that way, when an opportunity does come available, we can reach out to you.
Good deal. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone, that wraps up our company pitches today. You guys heard from some of the best companies in Huntsville. You got to learn a little bit more about Huntsville. Do you have any questions? Go ahead and drop those in the chat now, and we can ask the employers if you have a specific question. I did have someone ask for the internships, employers, if any of you want to chime in on this, do your internships require international students to get security clearances?
As long as they're U.S. citizenship, yeah. I mean, they've got to have most, and then I could be talking across the board, but for us, any of our contracts that we have when it comes to internship side of the world, you have to be a U.S. citizen in order to get the security clearance. So I think that's it, Billy. I think that's pretty much across the board. But for us, that's you have to be a U.S. citizen.
I have a question here. Will companies accept OPT and sponsor work visa in the future?
I'm just going to answer a little bit on that. So I ran into this the last time I posted some job announcements out on Indeed, and actually our supervisor was actually talking to me in detail about that. So we were noticing that some of the transcripts and some of the resumes that we were getting was from international students that were, or they were people that was here on a work visa. And I understand with the federal government, we have to, they have to be a U.S. citizen, and that's it. So as a work visa, I think if I'm understanding correctly, they're not 100% as a U.S. citizen. I'm not 100% or don't know all the ins and outs on that, but I do know, I echo what we just heard, where as the federal government, we require everybody to be a U.S. citizen and to be able to provide citizenship documentation.
Good deal. Thank you so much for that. I have another question here. Does anyone happen to be hiring business analysts? Is anyone interested in the management information systems major?
Hey, Caitlin, absolutely. The FBI definitely has space for that. We call them management analysts, program analysts, where those duties will fall into business analysts, information science management, all of that will roll up into that position, and we're hiring. That is what allows us to continue to support our efforts in technology, is having those analysts to assist us.
Good deal. Thank you so much for that.
We also, I check out, there's more than just the software jobs listed in the sheet. If you go to the Radiance Tech website and hit the careers tab, there's one or two program analyst, budget analyst, and one other kind of analyst, but some of the more programmatic and managerial offerings available. So I would check out the website. Those are coming up and going away all the time. So it's worth keeping an eye on the latest.
Okay, good deal. Okay, we're going to take, there's 2 more questions. We're going to do these 2 and then we'll call it an evening. Okay, so is anyone looking for materials science and engineering majors? I would say a lot of these companies are looking for engineering majors, but any materials science?
Hey, Caitlin, it's Emily with Booz Allen. We absolutely are. We have a highly educated, wicked smart person on our team right now, and she is a material science engineer, and she would love to have help.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so for that student, Booz Allen. Okay, last question here. Could you ask the recruiters if it matters that I haven't used my security clearance secret in a few years? I got it in 2013, but wanted to see if that mattered.
It's actually beneficial that you already had a security clearance. With our team, we have our own security team in-house. So we're able to reopen your security clearance. It actually helps tremendously. It alleviates a lot of issues, a lot of pains, as well as time. So I know that we've been able to, because we have our own security team. I'm sure there's pretty other companies that have their own security team as well, but we're able to just be able to alleviate the time. So 100%, yes, we can help that out, and I'm sure there's other companies can do the same.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Caitlin, I'll add to that. We will, even though you may have a security clearance, or even if it expired, we will still do a full investigation to ensure that you will meet the requirements that's required for a security clearance bus. Yeah.
Good deal. Okay, so that takes up most of our time. I appreciate you all staying on the extra to answer some questions. Students, I already dropped the company info sheet in the chat there. I'm going to drop it one more time. Make sure you go ahead and download it if you want it now. Because after this, I'm going to export this video. Sometimes it does take an hour or so, so it might be tomorrow morning before I get that company info sheet and the recording to you. So if you want it now, go ahead and download it. It's in the chat right now. To download, and we really appreciate you all for attending this after class today. Employers, I appreciate you for attending. To wrap up your Monday, it was a fun way, right? To wrap up your Monday, talk to college students. And guys, we will talk to you next time. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thanks, Caitlin. Bye.